This video is about the 6 types of natural antifungal and antibacterial substances found in Mother Nature. And we are starting right now. Hi, my name is Mike, the Heal Your Gut Guy. I healed myself 100% naturally of Candida and Crohn's disease and all sorts of nasty gut infection, food intolerances related things. And we've also helped many other people heal from SIBO and Candida, and here's their testimonials. And it's very important to understand these natural infection-fighting substances. So if you're suffering from any gut health issues, then what I want you to do is hit that subscribe button along with the bell. At least twice to 2 to 3 times a week, we are coming out with videos on how to heal the gut 100% naturally without drugs. And stick around to the end of this video and I will share with you a bonus honorable mentions section where we talk about antifungals and antibacterials that didn't quite make the list, but they're still good tools to use. But before we get started, we need to talk about bad bacteria and fungi a little bit. We need to understand our enemy a little bit. In the 1990s or 80s, New York City suffered from high crime rates, and they used this theory called the broken window theory to drop crime rates by 50%. And they did this simply by cleaning up the streets of garbage, vandalism, graffiti, and broken windows. Started planting trees and whatnot. Just by making the environment nicer, people started to behave better. Now, this same principle applies to the bacteria, the populations in your gut. The good guys prefer a particular environment, and the bad guys prefer a particular environment. Candida is both a good and a bad guy. Tuberculosis is both a good and a bad guy. E. coli is both a good and a bad guy. Lactobacillus is both a good and a bad guy. This list is all about how to create an environment in your gut that caters to good behavior, and when we change from the bad environment, it evicts the bad guys and kills the bad guys and makes them revert to their good state. So if you guys like what you're hearing, what I want you to do is leave a comment, share your story about what health issues you're dealing with, and why you clicked on this video. What problems are you trying to solve with natural infection-fighting substances? So the first substance we're talking about is acidity. How did our ancestors preserve their foods before the refrigerator? They fermented them. When bacteria and yeast consume sugars in food, they create acids. These acids promote the growth of good guys and stunt the growth of bad guys. Things like yogurt, cheese, and kombucha, wine, beer, and cured meats, sauerkraut, kimchi are all very acidic foods. Even the FDA recognizes the safety of acidity. Foods that are below a pH of 4.5 do not need any extra added preservatives to them. Candida, which is a dimorphic fungus, cannot evolve from a yeast single-celled fungus form to its fungus form, which is a multicellular organism, without an alkaline environment being present. And Candida only becomes a problem when it's in its alkaline fungal form. It's the natural yeast. The yeast form occurs naturally in our body. So bad guys hate an acidic environment, and good guys love an acidic environment. Number 2, herbal chemicals. So guess who's been battling bad bacteria and fungi since the dawn of time? Plants. Animals have an immune system with white blood cells and antibodies to fight infection. Plants don't have this. Instead, each cell is capable of creating chemicals that kill bad guys, kill bad bacteria and fungi, and leave the good guys alone. Plants are masters of chemical warfare. Each chemical attacks bad guys in separate ways. One chemical might attack the cell wall, another might sneak into the cell and attack the nucleus and other vital organs. Other chemicals are great at dismantling the biofilms. I mean, these plants have tons and tons of chemicals that do different things, each plant. And the best book that talks about herbs is Herbal Antibiotics by Stephen Harold Berner. Cultures that live near the equator, where infectious diseases are more prevalent, their foods are really spicy and they use lots of herbs. Coffee grown near the equator has a much higher levels of caffeine in it. Peppers that grow in rainforests are the hottest and the spiciest. These plants create more chemicals to fight off the bad bacteria and fungi in these hostile environments. If you grow them someplace cooler, they don't make these chemicals. 3 is salts. Salts have been used to cure meats, since the dawn of time. Lab studies clearly show that salt inhibits the growth of bad guys and promotes growth of the good. Salt was so important in the ancient world. The word salary stems from it. Sal, which means salt in Latin, and the Romans would pay people in salt, and salt was also a currency in many ancient civilizations. You'll even find herbivores like elephants go deep into caves to mine salt. Epsom salts, baking soda, borax. These are all salts which I've seen people use and have good results with. I've had success with them myself as well. Lab studies also show that bile salts fight infection. We want to consume natural, unrefined salts like Celtic sea salt and pink Himalayan because it comes with the complementary minerals to utilize the NaCl. 4 is raw dairy. This is one of my favorite tools to heal the gut is raw dairy. Pre-1900s, doctors from around the world used something called the milk cure to heal people of digestive disorders at like a 95% cure rate. Even the Mayo Clinic used it before they were bought out by Big Pharma. Word of caution, we live in a different world compared to the pre-1900s. We have been exposed to tons and tons of toxins. We have horrible fungal infections induced by antibiotics, and we also used to get our raw milk fresh, unrefrigerated daily from the farm. Remember the milkman? Raw dairy is an amazing food filled with infection-fighting substances. So there's lactobacilli that help create that acidic environment. There's white blood cells and antibodies. These are pretty much the soldiers of the immune system. Yes, you heard me right. There's white blood cells in raw milk and antibodies. And then every single vitamin and mineral is in an easy to digest form, so it's very easy to digest and very nourishing. And is also filled with glutathione, which is very important to help your body detox and help rebuild the gut wall. So do not expect to have, by drinking raw milk, you're magically going to cure your gut disease. But in a combination with these other infection-fighting substances, your chances of killing infection greatly increase. Pasteurizing milk destroys this nourishing food and it makes it a toxic, gross mess. And guys, are you liking this video? If so, hit that like button. It really helps me out on YouTube. 5 is iodine. Nowadays, genocidal governments poison our water supply with the neurotoxin fluoride. Guess what? They used to use iodine to disinfect our water. Same goes for toxic bromide when they go to bleach our flour. They used to use iodine to cure our flour. It is also extremely important to have iodine to push out toxic fluoride and bromide out of our bodies. Iodine in lab studies clearly shows that it fights infection and it also promotes the growth of good bacteria and fungi. And seaweed is going to be one of your best sources of natural iodine. 6 is activated charcoal and clay. In lab studies, scientists took the blood of rats and they affected it with candida. They ran this blood through a charcoal filter. It removed the candida and left behind the red blood cells. How cool is that? In another study, scientists took a mixture of candida and lactobacillus and they ran it through a charcoal filter. It pulled out the candida and left behind the lactobacilli. This is exactly what we want to do in our guts when fighting infection. I highly suggest you check out the book called Charcoal Remedies by John Deasley for more stories on the healing powers of charcoal. It's a great book. Horrible dietary information, but great book on activated charcoal. Clay also has a very similar effect when used to kill bad bacteria and fungi, and also parasites. And last, another really important thing is activated charcoal binds up toxins when you're killing bad bacteria and fungi. Activated charcoal is probably my favorite tool in getting infection out of control. It just does so many things, and it's just an awesome tool. So let's sum this video up really quickly. We want to use the broken window theory to rebalance the gut flora in our gut. You know, we want the bacteria and fungi behavior is greatly influenced by its environment. Candida is both a good and a bad guy. Lactobacillus is both a good and a bad guy. It depends on the environment. These 6 types of home remedies kill the bad guys and empower the good guys, or they reform the bad guys into being good. We have acidity, herbal chemicals, salts, raw dairy, and be careful with the raw dairy if your infection's bad, iodine, and charcoal and clay. And guys, I need your help spreading the word. If you're in a Facebook group, a natural healing Facebook group, I would greatly appreciate it if you share this video with them. It can help out a lot of people, and it also helps our channel grow. I would greatly appreciate that. Bonus is honorable mentions that didn't quite meet the list. Sunlight. Sun drying has been a very popular preservation technique in ancient cultures, but lab studies show that it kills all bacteria and fungi, not just the good and not the bad. Oxygen is also another important tool for fighting infection. You see ozone therapy. We have Wim Hof, which stretches. We need to get oxygen into our body for it to perform optimally, and you put hydrogen peroxide on our cuts to sterilize wounds. So I'm really on the fence about this one. I've seen it go both ways. Colloidal silver, a lot of people have success using colloidal silver to kill infection, but I've seen it kill both good and bad guys. So guys, just remember, gut disease is an injured gut. Wounds, pain, irritation, and inflammation are all signs that you've just done something to injure your body. We just need to stop injuring the body, kill the infection, and bring the good guys back in. This is what we need to do. This is essentially what we're doing with every meal. So after learning these facts, I understand you might be a little confused and not sure what to do next, and I highly suggest you check out the information on our YouTube channel. Go to our homepage, and we have things organized out for you there, and you can find what you're looking for. But thank you so much for watching. I want to save you all the hassle that I had to go through. Leave a comment. Best comment gets a free copy of our ebook called 21 Nutrition and Health Lies Keeping You Sick. And it's also available on Amazon on soft copy. What are some of your favorite tools for fighting infections? Do you have any cool lab studies to share? Tell us what your struggles with Candida or SIBO. Why did you click on this video? Tell us what your problems are, and we'll try to help you fix them. We respond to all of our comments and try and give you good feedback. Check out the video description to learn more about our products and our services. We also have some freebies down there. And if you want to find more videos, again, click this eye in the top corner right here, or go down in the video description below. And there's also a lot of good links for you. And again, our YouTube channel homepage is a great resource for you there too. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.